I'm not gonna do no music because it's 10:35 or 22:35 in Army time. Every time I say Army time, it's because I do respect the soldiers. For those that may be listening to other countries and things of that nature, and they don't use standard time, but Army time like I do, because I work at the airport, so it's a 24-hour clock method. And actually, been doing that for about the past 4.5 years now, so it's pretty more effective for me now to understand. Especially when you go to other countries, they use a 24-hour time system. They don't use the regular time like we do out here in the U.S. Things of that nature. But yeah. Welcome to, if I'm not mistaken, and I just had it up on my Instagram account. This is week 63, sessions 301 to 305 for the week of August 14th through the 18th on the Business Mind Leaders motivational podcast and whatnot, aka the Wilson. And I did a podcast, I did it yesterday, but I deleted it because I did not like it. And the reason why I didn't like it was because I kind of like rushed through it, tried to take care of some business yesterday, and got sidetracked with a whole lot of things that, when I did a podcast and was actually kind of listening to myself, how I was doing that, I didn't really like it. And it was a topic I was talking about, and I didn't really like the topic either, so I did away with the whole thing. Now let's go through it earlier today, but didn't really get the chance to. And if you hear my dogs bark in the background, it's because they barking. They got the door open, the screen door closed, so I got the front door open, so some air coming here. Kind of warm inside the house. It's a Saturday evening and everything, and yeah. I just got done because I just remembered to whatchamacallit, just remember to do the podcast. Because when I got in earlier from home or whatever, I really wasn't feel like myself. And part of the reason is because work had burnt your boy out. And certain managers over the job that be having too many attitudes and things of that nature that just be like, okay. So, put that all to effect, and then, you get real tired, and then you just like, don't feel like doing anything. So, I had to get up. I was like, okay, we're going to work on a mixtape. Because I used to freestyle back in my younger years, and I actually found a cassette tape last week from 2000, like 17 years ago, while I used to freestyle on my dad's boombox system and whatnot. And I was able to listen to the cassette tape at my grandparents' house because they have one of the old school sound systems. And where they have the record player and the cassette player together and things of that nature. So the tape was working in there because it wasn't working in the Walkman that we kind of had. And I was listening to the older beats, man, from 17 years ago, using off of this dang, what's that little system thing called? Let me find it for you guys. Well, I know you guys can't see it, but if you go on Google or even on YouTube, so I maybe have it on YouTube, the little system thingy that I have, what's it called? Let me go to my camera real quick. It's called the Omnichord. The or Onami Omnichord. Spelled OMNICHORD chord. Omnichord System 100 or Suzuki, something like that. So I got that from my great grandmother back in the day, and it had the little presets of press certain key notes to change the tones and things of that nature. Like that was almost like the first beat system. My Apple Watch that just went off, put on silent mode. A little heart rate monitor thingy popped up. It's like allows you to use your location and whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I ain't tripping. But yeah, so had the little Omnichord system thingy and was just listening to myself, rap in the background and things of that nature. I'm just laughing how I'm sounding. I'm like, wow. It's just hilarious. I mean, it's just freaking hilarious. And so, 17 years later, I decided to put out a mixtape. A fun mixtape, might add. Not try to be serious with the little rapping and everything. I do more of freestyles than I do like what most artists do, which is write down the lyrics or have a ghostwriter. I actually freestyle mine off the top of my head and try to go along with the topic which I'm talking about. So, yeah. And I've been trying to get back into singing. I hadn't been serious with it, and I know I haven't because I've been playing around with it a lot. So I've been trying to get back, and I think I did a good number of tracks tonight. That actually got me back to, wanting to do this podcast and things of that nature. When I'm sick, I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tracks I think would be pretty cool. A couple of them I did off of certain instrumental albums I did last year and earlier this year with a little bit of freestyle. So, yeah. And there's some freestyles out there for myself to actually listen to, how it sounds on the beat or whatever. Because before, I used to live in San Pedro every Sunday morning, like literally around 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, waiting for the bus to get to work. I'll literally be freestyling right by the bus stop. I have my headphones on, make sure everybody's not around me. I just go ahead and listen to different beats and just be freestyling, just be going off the dome. And some of the stuff I've been saying, I'd be like, man, I wish I had the other iPhone with me, to like record it because it was some dope stuff. And I think there was one time where I did not want to go to work, whatever, because I was real burnt out and I was freestyling off of one of my beats and I just went completely off. Almost like aggression type style. And when I went completely off, I said some crazy out of line dope material, but didn't record it. So that was like 2 years ago, whatever. So yeah, so you look, actually a year ago, low key. So you look now and I'm like, but I got the energy back up what I needed. And it's gonna be a 5-track EP. It's gonna call the 13 hour. And the reason why we call it 13 hour because I thought that would sound pretty cool, whatever. Most folks would think the number 13 is something else. I used to have dreadlocks. I used to have my hair, have my dreadlocks about 13 years. That's why I like the number 13. Because those 13 years were the foundation of folks who actually know who Quinn was. They remember me because of the hair and the personality. So, that's the funny part. If you hear me do a whole lot of other things too, I'm also washing clothes and I don't think it was done. It wasn't done. But yeah. So like I said, your boy's doing a whole lot of things right now. Doing that, about to edit the EP mixtape and put it up on, let's say Snapchat, put it up on iTunes and things of that nature. Just to have fun. You never know. Like I'm a music producer too, so I like producing more of the music. But you never know. It might take me somewhere, whatever. I'm not quite sure. I'm really a shy person, so yeah. But if I feel a certain type of energy where the other part of me comes out, meaning the all right, I can dig this, I ain't afraid, saying what's up to anybody, then trust me, it's a done deal. But other than that, let's get on with the podcast. I ain't gonna play no music. I'm gonna actually go through these topics for you guys, and we're just gonna get it cracking. So let's hit it. So on August 14th, 2017, Blessed Monday says that connection has such a strong meaning when you truly understand as to what you're connected to. Beware of false connections, though, for their energy drainers. What I mean by that is wherever you're connected to, whether it be humanistic or tangible or technology, you have to be careful of what you are connected. Like, we as human beings are connected more to our electronic devices, like our iPhones and iPads and MacBooks and things of that nature, Samsungs and Beats by Dre headphones. I mean, we connected to something to get a certain type of energy to feel a certain way. We have to be careful because those are false idols that we are using to get a certain type of energy, to get a kick which is not great at all. And also with connection with humans, you have to be careful because there are folks that are energy drainers, to which what I mean by energy drainers is that they come attached to you, and what they do is they suck the life out of you. They're more about gimme, 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 as opposed to connecting with you on something of a bigger scale. So you have to be careful of the energy drainers and when they come. But you also have to understand the word connection as well. Because when you truly understand the word connection, then you really understand the meaning behind it. You understand what married couples, how they are connected as one, as a unit with God. But you have to also understand how are they connected with each other. Because if they're not connected with each other, then the connection doesn't work. If you guys get what I'm saying, cool. If not, look up the word connection, but look deeper to the word connect, and then you will truly understand what that means. Let's continue. So on August 15, 2017, which was my mom's birthday, on the Grind Tuesdays, I said, days like this that truly makes you appreciate the little things in life. I was at Santa Monica Pier, was going to go to Hermosa Beach that Tuesday, and we got up very early enough to actually get out to Hermosa. At the same time, I said I didn't really want to go all the way down there, especially if it was going to get a little bit hot. To which and did it. It actually was a pretty cool little Tuesday. So what actually happened was that I said, okay, let's go back to Santa Monica. So I went out to Santa Monica. And after what I had went to Santa Monica and everything, the vibe was just right. Took a picture of the ocean. And after I took a picture of the ocean, I was like, okay, cool. It was, a blessing. Then I started to realize, you know what? It's truly a blessing when you do see the little things in life, just like that. Some folks say that, some folks will say, well, the ocean is very vast and big. Yes, it is. So why is it little? And the reason why I call it the little things is for the fact that you really have to appreciate the little things in life. You really have to appreciate God's gift that He gave us here on this earth. You really have to truly appreciate just the many different blessings that He's done, and just everything else that comes with it. Because it's truly a blessing when you can go to the beach and you can truly just get relaxed and just really just felt great in life. But you really have to understand this too. You can't be rushing life so many times. The reason why I see a whole lot of stuff about my job or whatever is because there's a whole lot of rushing out there when you're doing a job. It is. But at the same time too, when you relax and not rush from all the bullshit, you get a sense of peace and you feel much more calmer. And once you feel much more calmer, the things really seem a blessing. So wherever little thing you have in your life that's a blessing for you, just let it know that it's great. And it's just wonderful. But don't rush too much in life, because I'm telling you, the more you keep rushing, the reason why most folks have attitudes is because folks hate to be rushed. And when they rush, then things really don't go the way it's supposed to. Straight up. Let's continue. So on August 16, 2017, motivational Wednesdays. Hate always loses. Love, as we've been saying, is answer. Bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, so peace truly needs to be in order before anything else. The reason why I said that was because last week in Virginia, most of you guys that's listening to this podcast, if you have remembered, the reason why I said have remembered, because you might be listening to this podcast about 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, 100 years from now. However you're listening to this, let you guys know this. In Charleston, Virginia, there was an event that popped off. White nationalists and things of the nature, and college students and whatever, I think in Virginia, college, or they was around the campus or something like that, and they was protesting about taking down, well, not want a certain statue to be, well, I think they wanted a certain statue to be taken down, or not want to be taken down. I forgot how the story goes. Anyways, it was almost like a movie, the way that the person had captured the whole scene. These fools with some tiki torches, throwing out racial slurs and things of that nature. Blacks won't replace us, Jews won't replace us. They got a Confederate flag with a Nazi flag together. Last time I remember in this indoctrinated American history is that the Confederates lost and the Nazis got their ass whooped. So my thing is, why in this day and age we have the Nazi flag especially flowing in the U.S.? That should be illegal, period, because of what it represents. Confederate flag, whatever. That's the Southern type stuff. That's how they get down, whatever, with their little flags. But with the Nazi flag, it's like, really? And, we got an idiotic ass president, Donald Trump, who is more business than he is politics. And the sad thing is, those who voted for him, I kid you not, it reminds me of the story of Saul in the Bible, before David became king. When Israel was ignorant because they didn't want God to really rule them anymore, so they wanted a humanistic man to rule them. So God gave them Saul. Saul was cool for a little bit, then he started doing things, and the Israelites started looking at him like, this nigga, this feel crazy, Same thing like Donald Trump. People buying into his BS and not realizing that the fool is a businessman. He does not give two cares less. He don't know what he's doing. Hiring the wrong people in his cabinet and things. You know what? If you go to my podcast in November, when he got elected, and I think I went off on the podcast, and the reason why I went off on the podcast was because of the division of the race, blacks and whites and things of that nature that's still happening, and and I didn't really badmouth Donald Trump. I just say, kind of wishing the best. I'm like, he's an entrepreneur, that's a businessman that got in office. From an entrepreneur standpoint, I'm looking like, dang, he actually got into the White House, and he's an entrepreneur that's a businessman. But look at him now, I'm like, still got my little beliefs that the fool is an idiot. He don't know what he's doing. Feel bad for his wife. His wife, is Russian. And the thing is, the reason why I mention that is because of the fact that, folks been talking about, us in Russia and his ties with Russia. It's like, look at his wife, Ivanka. That's no American type name. That's very foreign. But just the fact that with Trump didn't really address the ones who started the mess in Virginia, but just say, all groups and things of that nature. It's like, it really wasn't all groups, because the ones that had the most hate were the ignorant ones. The ones that said, my country tears to thee, sweet land of liberty. And I'm not dissing anybody by saying that either. I'm not. I'm just saying, and this is what I said in the podcast I did yesterday before I deleted it. What I had said was that folks really think that America is truly their country, not knowing that even though it may be the British still owns part of America. Thing is, most of you guys don't do your research because when you go to school, you get indoctrinated with half of the truth, not the full truth. And then when you become so-called adults, you're still ignorant because you say, well, my fifth grade teacher has said. Your fifth grade teacher don't know shit. Because what she did was read a textbook that fed you the indoctrination of half of the information, and then give you the other part of the information, because the book that's being distributed to you doesn't give you everything that's happening. Have you ever noticed when you look at a history textbook, it talks about one topic for about a couple pages and then jump to the next topic? And then you have to wonder to yourself, why isn't it talk about the whole other parts of the same year of the topics? Yeah. What I'm trying to say right now is, for the crap that happened in Virginia, it's sad. It's sad because, like I said last year, this country been really showing this. Actually, this country been showing its true colors since Obama was in office. And that's when this country was really showing its true colors, back in 2015 and longer. And it was a shame because it's like, wow, it's like racism, all this other type of stuff still happening out here in the U.S. You know. And the funny thing is I'm not trying to diss out white people or anything, things of that nature. I do have white friends and things like that. But to the ones that are ignorant, because there are ignorant folks in every race group, there is. Including the African American community, you got the smart ones and other different type of ones, and then you got the ones that are just truly plain ignorant. Straight up. It's a sad shame. You know. But to the racist whites and things of that nature that really think that they're in control of everything, that they're number one and whatnot, y'all have to remember, y'all have to bring other people inside from other countries to do, well, part of your inner circles have to bring in other people from other countries to do the work so you guys can reap the benefits. Not saying all whites, I'm saying the ones that are racist and are so Americanized that they would do anything for this country. Yeah. And the funny thing is, the ones that have been in the rallies out of Virginia, they wasn't about that life. See, in the streets, when we say about that life, we mean those that be ride or die, ready to roll on anybody and just F anybody up. Yeah, folks, that was cowards. That was actually ignorant, just following a trend because, oh, white power, my brothers, we're together, so we are going to march for freedom and, Donald Trump and this and this. And it's like, wow. It's like, y'all dick riding one man and doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And it's sad because most of them are adults, and it's like, y'all adults, but y'all don't act like adults. Like I said, I'm not dissing white people. I'm not. I'm just addressing the ignorant ones that give y'all a bad name. Because y'all need to check y'all's people. Straight up. Straight up. Like I said, if you hear the dogs barking and things, and they just don't worry about it. They just barking. But yeah, in this world, what we need is love. We truly need love because it's too much BS going on as it is, and we don't need no more BS to happen, to which things truly are just completely messed up. Straight up. Let's continue. So on August 17, 2017, Daily Toast Thursday, I said new networks can truly take you and other parties to someplace great. You have to make sure that your word is bond and that the communication stays strong. This is very key because when you're networking with different individuals and things of that nature, it's always good to have communication. Yesterday, something popped off was a major miscommunication. So that was part of the reason why I had deleted the podcast, because the little thing that's supposed to be popping off, I was gonna talk about that, but I said, you know what, let me not, and I deleted the podcast because the little miscommunication when I got to the little thingy, whatever. But other than that, though, your word is bond, and wherever you say to somebody that you're going to do, may help them out, just go ahead and do that. If you're not able to help them out, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and take care of the business that you need to take care of, but let that person know that can I have more time to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They say cool. If not, just try to work something else out and then make something else happen. Make sure your word is bond, and whenever you're networking with somebody, make sure that you communicate with that person, because once you communicate with that person, then it truly makes everything much more better. So you want to make sure that you communicate effectively with whoever you're networking with. Make sure you guys do that. Let's continue. So on the last post for yesterday on Boss Status Fridays, August 18th, 2017, I said, yeah, you will have moments when your fear of doing something great kicks in. It's during this time that you fight through the fear and accomplish your goals. So I've talked about this yesterday by going to this meeting, which didn't really pop off. So that's part of the reason why I redid the podcast tonight, and I should just did it today. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but at the time, had the opportunity, whatever. But anyways, doing yesterday, even though the little meeting didn't pop off the way it's supposed to pop off, I still went because I was like, man, I didn't want to go. The fear of me was like, nah, just stay home, whatever. I'm like, nah, let me go ahead and try to present myself, and take care of some business and things of that nature. Like I said, didn't go as planned, which is cool though, because I was going to work on the website and the podcast anyways. So, had the backup plan. Work on the stuff that you're working on, whatever. And I'll tell you another thing. Fear of doing something great and whatever, you fight through. I decided to want to push out a mixtape. And whatever. It's been on my mind, doing either singing or freestyle rapping. And I say freestyle rap because when I freestyle rap, I go off the top of my head. If I try to write it down to a beat, I gotta pause the beat every couple times so I can actually kind of write it down, whatever, because I'm trying to get the tempo with it. I'm looking like, nah, I just gotta freestyle it out, and then do it a couple times, and then don't get too hyped that I kind of messed up and then have to redo it more times. So I kind of got 5 tracks done. Material. I was like, okay, folks gonna understand what I'm talking about, whatever. And I ain't trying to be the best rapper. I ain't trying to be nothing like that. Nah, I'm just trying to have fun with it. But I got through the fear, like I mentioned earlier. I used to freestyle back in the day, so I got through the fear of going through and talking about going through and talk about just whatever topics that popped up, and just went along with it, and it felt great. And I know it was some covers in here, but yeah, it felt great. And I got that done, and then I said, let me go ahead and do the podcast. So yeah, so either way, whatever you have fear of doing, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, once you accomplish your goal, and once you fight through the fear of what it may be, life would get so much better, to the point where you just be feeling great and you just feel good. Trust me, life would get so much better. But we are always in fear because we as human beings, we are afraid of failing. The reason why we are afraid of failing is because we've been indoctrinated by the school system many years that says if you fail, you not amount to anything in life. Or if you're in college and you hear your college teacher say, well, if you fail my class, you won't be able to pass and graduate with a certain amount of credits that you need, and blah, 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 you know, all the rest of that bull crap that goes along with it. So, you know, it's sad. And I think that's why you so-called adults don't accomplish your goals and your dreams. Because you're still stuck on what your teacher many years ago in grade school has said. So you just go and fear and don't accomplish anything. So I'll let you guys know right now. You could accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. Just fight through your fears and just go ahead and make things happen. That's all. You can't just be stuck doing one thing and not accomplishing another. Trust me, I'm living proof. I try to accomplish as many things as I can each and every day, regardless of what may happen. And at the end of the day, once I accomplish those goals and those dreams, then everything becomes a blessing. And everything becomes much more funner. And I've been doing that a lot lately these past couple of weeks since this month of August. And this month of August has actually been pretty cool. It's been a little hardships, things, whatever here and there. But other than that, it's been cool. It's been a blessing. It has not been crazy. It's just been, life opening. And at the same time, it's like it's grind time. And this month of August is almost done. Tomorrow will be August 20th. And next thing you know, it'll be in September. So, you guys truly got to understand that wherever you want to do in life, go ahead and accomplish it. Just make it happen. Don't just be, on the sideline, not accomplishing your goals and your dreams. Period. Just make it happen. And the reason why I keep mentioning that is because you guys need to hear more times to actually truly believe it. And once you truly do believe it, it gets better. Trust me. It gets better and it gets easier. So, you guys make sure you do that. And also, I want to thank you guys once again for tuning into tonight's podcast. My apologies, it came late because I said yesterday, literally, I did not want to do it tonight. But you know what? It's cool. It kind of ended the night perfectly because I could actually edit a little bit of the tracks I was doing earlier before I had the podcast and put on my iPod and, listen to the little tracks I was doing so I could actually push out this little EP and whatever. And part of the reason I wanted to do it too is because I'm, working with some people and things, and when you're working with different artists and stuff like that, I'll be real with y'all. It kind of takes a while, and I'm going to have to spin this because these clothes are so wet. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. This Leah has been doing that lately. But yeah, so I'm going to be up a couple more hours or whatever. But what I was trying to say though, ladies and gents, was that for me being music this we work on artists and stuff like that, it kind of takes a while sometimes to get certain things down to certain people. So, excuse me. So if you have the gift and the talent to do what they do, but have fun doing it, then you go ahead and make something happen. You go ahead and push out something. It's almost like with Dr. Dre. He was not a rapper. He was more of a music producer. But he had his boy D.O.C. who actually wrote the rhymes for him. But Dre was producing the music. He still did his little dizzle, and he still got down with it. He still pushed something out. And look at him now. And whatever. So almost like in that type of same category and things of that nature. But at the same time, like I said, you just gotta fight through the fear. You just gotta make things happen. So doing this mixtape, it's gonna be pretty fun. It's gonna be interesting. I know some folks gonna like it, some folks saying, some folks gonna say your rap ain't all that great. Like whatever. I'm not trying to do for like being serious with it like that. Nah. Even though it's in my blood, whatever. it's just been a long time since I actually like freestyle. I have to record myself freestyling, whatever. But it's been a while since I actually like had something like that to where I put it out to the rest of the world to hear. Guys get what I'm saying, so yeah. I ain't trying to be the next Drake and none of that. If that does happen to pop off, then that would be crazy. But would it be part of what I wanted to do? Like, I love doing the actual music, the skeleton of it. Having the idea from, I would say God. I have to say God, period. No, have the idea from God himself, period. Because remember, music is very spiritual, so certain keynotes and tones don't just happen by accident. There's reasons behind it. But yeah, other than that, ladies and gents, I'm going to end this saying, guys, have a great, wonderful rest of your week and enjoy your weekdays when it comes up. And also at the same time, too, catch you guys on Tuesday. Not quite sure what beach you're going to be at, but we're going to be somewhere. And it's going to be a blessing. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and edit this stuff, and this podcast should be up on Tuesday. Excuse me. Should be up on Tuesday along with the video podcast. So remember, I put up Friday's podcast and the video podcast up on Tuesdays, so they correspond with each other. And the motivational posts, I put them up each and every day, Monday through Friday. So with that though, ladies and gents, catch you guys on the flip side. Have a great and wonderful evening. One love for your boys out. Deuces.